Okay, Egypt is cutting their investment for the Citizenship by Investment program. If you remember, it was very, very expensive, and they dropped it back. They only got about 200 passports. And I'm actually going to tell you about this program and kind of compare it with St. Kitts, since St. Kitts is really the golden standard, and you can kind of get a comparison from there. And then I'll tell you what I think about the program and so forth. Now, Egypt does tax worldwide income to its residents if you live there. And it does have visa-free access to 54 visa-free or visa-free on arrival countries and territories. This passport, got off really to a slow start and has only got so many, kind of like Turkey did. Turkey was overpriced, and then they dropped their price quite a bit to a reasonable level. I've always been against the Turkish passport, don't like it, and I've given you many reasons why in other videos that I've made. But anyway, I'm going to go through this and tell you the new amounts and how this works. But now Egypt, again, has cut their minimum investment amounts on its Citizenship by Investment program. Just this past Tuesday, this was the 7th of March, Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouly, he issued a decree number, it's called 876-2023, which introduces a host of changes to the country's Citizenship by Investment program, specifically regarding the program's investment criteria. Now, the changes include notable reductions in minimum investment thresholds for some investment categories, shorter holding periods for others, and installment-based payment plan for 2 of the investment options. Now, the investments or the adjustments to the program's investment categories are as follows. Now, you've got a donation option here. The minimum investment amount for the donation option remains at $250,000 US. However, applicants now have the opportunity to pay it in installments over 1 year. During that year, the government will grant them a tourism residency permit valid for the period, and they will receive the citizenship, once they pay the amount in full. Now, there's another option, which is the real estate option, and the new law cuts the minimum investment amount for real estate investments from $500,000 to $300,000, and also allows applicants to transfer the investment amount in installments over 1 year. The new law will enable applicants to purchase real estate owned by any Egyptian company, not just state-owned property, as has previously been the case. Another option is bank deposit. The government will reduce the non-interest bank deposit option minimum investment amount to $500,000 with a holding period of 3 years. Now, applicants can recoup their principal after the holding period is over, but they will have to do so on the withdrawal date's exchange rate and with no accrued interest. All right, now, previously this option required a $750,000 investment held for 5 years or $1 million held over 3 years. Now, the Egyptian currency has not done very good, so you could forget the interest, no interest-bearing account that you're going to get. You could lose 20 or 30% on your investment just off the actual fluctuation in the currency itself. Now, it might go up. The dollar has been up for a long time, so you could make out real good on it, okay? But that's the problem that you run into right there. Now, the capital investment, the government will, this is another option, will reduce the business investment threshold from $400,000 to $350,000, but applicants will now be required to pay a $100,000 donation in addition to their capital investment. Another change removes the condition that applicants own at least 40% of a company's shares, allowing them to invest in any Egyptian company, be it an established or a new one. Now, let's talk about the source of funds. Another update that affects all the investment options is the removal of the requirement that the investment amount be transferred from outside of Egypt. Applicants can now pay by cash from within the country as long as that money has entered through an official customs checkpoint. Now, the decree will not go to the Egyptian parliament, where the ruling nation's future party holds an absolute majority. Now, after a slow start on this program in its inception, 2020, owing to what's been characterized as pretty slow processing of time and practices and everything that they were doing there, the Egyptian Citizenship by Investment program picked up pace in 2022, issuing its first approval in February of that year. And then since then, a further 200 investors have received approvals, 200 approvals following the exhaustive vetting procedures involved in 7 different state organizations they had to go through it. I'll tell you something, I'm going to give you an idea of the differences between this one and St. Kitts. St. Kitts has got 162 visa-free or visa-free arrival countries and territories that you can go to. This passport, what you're paying, I mean, it's, in my opinion, it is way overpriced. You only got 54 visa-free or visa-free arrival countries and territories that you can go to. St. Kitts and Nevis has got 162. It's got over triple the number of visa-free countries. And folks, getting a visa can be a pain in the butt. I mean, it's you got to view your time. And St. Kitts doesn't have an income tax, a state tax, a capital gains tax. Egypt has a tax as high as 34%. That include other taxes that they've got on top, like Social Security and other things like this. You can totally skip the Social Security tax in St. Kitts. I've mentioned to you that before. As far as for yourself, if you set up a business and you're the business owner, okay, they don't make it mandatory. If you want to do it, fine. If you don't want to do it, it's no big deal. So these are some things. And obviously, you don't have to pay, that worldwide tax or the Social Security tax unless you live in Egypt. But you can live in St. Kitts and not pay any income taxes, not only outside the country, you don't pay any income taxes inside the country. That's the difference. And you got triple the visa-free countries that you can go to. And you're looking at about the same amount of money with St. Kitts than what you would pay right here with this. In fact, now St. Kitts is actually less. It's $125,000. I don't know how they're getting people. I don't even know how they got 200 applicants in this. If I had to put a price on this passport, even with the amount they've lowered it to, you're looking at probably $50,000. I wouldn't pay more than that. Okay, and that's if it's a fast-track program, not a residency by investment. Folks, if you want to learn more on this, we do this program if you want it, okay? But we always tell people about St. Kitts because it's so much better than this program, the St. Kitts and Nevis program. But if you want to know more on this, if you want to get the program, we can help you with it. Our website's www.citizenshipquickly.com if you want some more help. Also, if you got any questions, just hit the subscribe button, and you'll get new videos automatically as they come out. Or you can send us questions below there on the comment section. Be glad to get back with you. And I'll look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care.